Am I crazy? I might just be a little bit crazy. Today, I've got a fresh crack on 4 bottles at once, putting them up in the Whiskey Solo Blind to give these an honest first sips reaction. So, my man Dylan hooked me up with 2 EverNorth store picks from up in Michigan. One is a bourbon, one is a rye. I've got the rare character Rio coming in at 118 proof. This is a store pick from New Jersey. I love rare characters, so I'm putting this EverNorth Bourbon store pick, which is 120 proof, up against a rare character to give it an honest review. I also got this Old Forester Green Label coming in at 128 proof. It's one of my favorite ryes, and that's going up against the EverNorth Rye store pick, which is coming in at 124 proof. So I picked a bourbon that I just picked up and a rye, 2 bottles that I love. We're going to blind these, and I want to give these EverNorth picks an honest review. So I'm going to start off with this one. Good nose. That has to be a rye. That's delicious. Getting minty notes, those rye notes, some rye spice, a little bit of vanilla. Let's move on to my next one. This smells like a bourbon. Smells like a bourbon. Kind of tastes like a rye, though. Let's move on to number 3. I do have water that I'm cleansing my palate with in between each sip. Smells a little medicinal, kind of like some medicinal cherries. Okay. There's a lot going on with that. Very complex. Definitely getting more of those medicinal notes. There's a little bit of funk on it, but a lot of the medicinal cherries. A whole lot of spice follows that up. Rye spice, some black pepper. Let's go on to number 4. Wow, it smells fantastic. So I went through, tallied up the results. I rated the aroma, the palate, and the finish on all of these on a scale of 1 through 10. Just for a quick down and dirty scoring system. So coming in 4th place is going to be the EverNorth Rye. So first, just let me say none of these were bad. So the EverNorth Rye kind of had some funk to it. There were some floral notes. The finish was very good on it. The finish was very buttery. A lot of sweet vanilla notes. But that came in number 4. At number 3 is the Old Forester Single Barrel Proof Rye. The Old Forester had a lot of cherry on the nose. On the palate, I was picking up a ton of medicinal cherry. Those cherry notes lingered through the finish with some mini notes lingering in there as well. Number 2 was the EverNorth Store Pick Bourbon. The EverNorth Bourbon had a blast of candied fruit notes on the aroma. Initially on the palate, I was getting some cherry notes with big, bold oak flavors, with those cherry notes and herbal notes lingering through the finish. So our first place in this fresh crack blind was the rare character store pick from Banash Liquors in New Jersey. This is the Rio. This one scored the highest. It was the most consistent on the aroma, the palate, and the finish. On the aroma, that was an absolute butterscotch bomb. A lot of butterscotch. There were some caramel, vanilla, oak. Fantastic on the nose. I gave that a 10 out of 10 on the nose. On the palate, those butterscotch notes carried through that I got on the aroma. There was some rye spice and baking spice lingered in there as well. And the finish on that was absolutely fantastic. There were some tobacco notes, some rye spice. Absolute fantastic bourbon. All 4 of these bottles are great. I think both of the EverNorth picks were fantastic. I definitely prefer the rare character over the EverNorth and the Old Forester over the EverNorth in the rye category. However, they're all great. The rare character stood out among the four, but the EverNorth Bourbon wasn't far behind that, and the EverNorth Rye wasn't far behind the Old Forester Single Barrel Proof. So let me know what you think about this blind. Let me know if you think I'm crazy. This was kind of a crazy fresh crack blind to do. So let me know your thoughts. Have you had EverNorth? If you have, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about EverNorth. Thanks again to Dylan. If you're not following, follow that man. If you're not following me, hit that follow button. Share this video, like this video. Cheers.